Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated and listening very, very carefully so that you do not miss any of my messages. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that, please. Okay, so you'll be aware over the last few weeks all the issues with the state of the health of people. What has just happened now is the government have said our entire country is in lockdown. What that means is from this afternoon when you go home from school, our school is shut for 4 weeks. It also means that when you're at home with your whānau or whoever looks after you, you cannot leave your house unless you're with an adult to go for a walk in the park, or you are going to the doctors or the nurses, or going supermarket shopping with one person. At the moment, if your mum or dad or auntie, uncle, grandma, whoever you live with, works in an emergency service, so for example, they might be a policeman, they might be an ambulance driver, they might be a nurse, something like that, you are able to come to school tomorrow and Wednesday. The rest of us, the rest of you do not. So if your mum or dad, grandma, whoever looks after you, is in a job that is an emergency service, you are able to come to school with the teachers. All staff are still at school Tuesday and Wednesday. From Wednesday afternoon is when no one is allowed on our school site. I hope that makes sense. That is happening until 4 weeks, which takes us to the middle of the second week of the current school holidays. So 4 weeks, no school. 4 weeks, the country is in lockdown. Now it's really important that you are sensible, that you are calm, that you are not dramatic. We're not going to die because we're going to make sure we don't get sick, which is why the government are doing what they're doing. But it's important that you listen to whoever you live with. It's important that you continue to have access to some schoolwork, which we will be talking about tomorrow and Wednesday. If you have a device at home, you will be able to look on our school website to get information about what is going on at school and for your schoolwork, I should say. So if you have a device, our website will have the information about your learning. We'll also be able to give you access, your Google account. Emails will come from Mr. Bartlett about what is going on every now and again as well. Is that all I needed to say about the Google accounts?
Yeah, and parent updates.
Right. And our website and our Facebook page will have the updates as of this afternoon, basically summarising what I've just said. So that is, when you go home today, the school bell will ring, you all go straight home. There are no activities after school. Tomorrow, you do not come to school unless whoever looks after you is in one of those jobs I talked about before. If you're a bit confused about that, you can talk to your teacher when I finish speaking about whether they think your mum and dad or whoever it is in an emergency type job. At the moment, teachers are classified as an essential service as well until midnight on Wednesday. Hence why we still come to school tomorrow and Wednesday, which gives us time to decide, organise, work out the work we give you. At this point, off the top of my head, the work we provide will probably be via the website, if you have access to a device. We'll be doing other things that we'll be talking about tomorrow as well. But for now, make sure you tell your mum and dad to look at our website. There is no notice going home because there's no time, but it will be on the website, it will be on our Facebook page, but you can tell them school is shut for 4 weeks from the minute the bell goes this afternoon. I hope you all understand that. It's important that you are mature, that you don't waste this 4 weeks. You are able to still read. You are able to do stuff that will help your learning. You will be able to talk and communicate with people. And your oral language is just as important as your reading and your writing. So talk. Don't spend the whole time sleeping or on Instagram or doing things that you know are not necessarily educationally better, like TikTok, etc., etc., etc. There's some people dancing behind me, in front of me. I think that's all I need to say at the moment. Obviously, student-involved conferences, as they were planned, will not be happening. We have not even had time to send the letter home. So what will happen around that, over the next 4 weeks, your form teacher will be ringing your whānau off at some point in the next 4 weeks. No set time, because we haven't got times made up yet. But that is what will happen over the next 4 weeks. Mr. Bartlett, anything else I've missed?
No.
So I reiterate again, be calm and sensible. When we finish now, your job is to tidy up your classroom, to make sure your rubbish bins are empty, to make sure there's no fruit, to make sure there's no food lying around in the cupboards. All the things we might normally do right at the end of a term. Do not leave your clothes lying around your classroom. Do not leave your jackets on the backs of your chair. Your rooms are left immaculately. Just set up for the end of the day with the chairs on the table. There will be lots of other questions, staff, I'm sure you have, which I probably can't answer, but we have a staff meeting starting at 3:30. We'll have our staff meeting start at 3:30 to give time for all the kids to be gone, to be sorted, rooms locked, etc. Please make sure the security in our rooms is perfect. Thank you very much.